Hello, welcome to this episode of the Submissive Guide podcast. I'm Luna, and if we haven't met before, I'm the creator of Submissive Guide. I've spent 17 years writing, teaching, and coaching submissives, helping people just like you build confidence, develop healthy dynamics, and find fulfillment in their submission. I'm so glad you're here. Today, we're going to talk about my exploration into Hucow play and my new identity as a cute, adorable cow for my partner. If you're enjoying Submissive Guide, consider supporting us on Patreon. You'll unlock a huge library of exclusive resources, courses, and tools to deepen your submission. Plus, you'll join a supportive community of submissives just like you. Head to patreon.com/subguide and become a student today. There she was, dressed in black and white, looking so joyful and comfortable in her skin. Her cute skirt and tights matched, and she wore adorable ruffled arm sleeves. The bell around her neck was perfect. Most people probably noticed her large udders attached to a goat milking machine. But I saw someone who was clearly happy and in her element. She was a Hucow. Sometimes the photos on FetLife can open your eyes to a new world. Mine were opened wide a few years ago when I encountered an entire album of a woman engaging in what I would later understand as pet play, only she was a cow. I'd never heard of this form of pet play before. As I paged through her album, I wondered what playtime would be like. How would a human cow behave, interact with a dominant, or experience submission? Could I be just as happy and playful in that role? I was hooked and wanted to know more. For those of you who may be unfamiliar, Hucow play is a type of pet play, which is where people embody an animal roles during BDSM play. In Hucow play, people embody the role of a cow, whether it's during specific playtimes or as part of their inner animal identity. Hucows identify with various breeds based on their preferences, such as milking stock, meat cows, or work bovines. And while lactation and milking are common parts of the milking stock role, they're certainly not required. Meat cows are masochists, and work bovines thrive in manual labor as service. Since that first discovery, I've seen Hucow play pop up in more spaces. In 2023, I even attended a Hucow class at Kinky College and met an entire herd of cows and their handlers. Now, I'd love to share what I've learned about Hucow play, what attracted me to this world, and how you can join the herd. So let's get moving. Section 1. Taking the first steps to becoming a Hucow. I've loved cows since I was little. Growing up in farming country, like every Midwest child on a road trip, I'd shout out wherever I spotted a herd and send a friendly moo out the window. In my preteen years, I had a fascination with Dalmatians. Once on a trip to the state fair with friends, I saw a group of black and white cows in the livestock barn and, being completely unaware of the different breeds, got so excited to see what I called Dalmatian cows. The big puppy dog eyes, long tongues, and goofy gestures first filled me with joy. Cows just seemed so amazing to me. When I first stumbled upon Hucow play, I honestly wasn't sure where it fit into the broader world of BDSM. I knew about pet play, where people might embody dogs, kittens, or other animals to explore submission and obedience. But a human cow? That felt like a whole different pasture. It turns out Hucow play has a unique place in BDSM. Just like other forms of pet play, it's a role that combines elements of power exchange, vulnerability, and nurturing dynamics. But Hucow play isn't just about obedience or submission. It can also be about embodying a certain sensuality, playfulness, and connection to one's body that isn't always present in other pet play roles. For some, it's even a way to celebrate their bodies. Most people approach it as lighthearted roleplay, while I found it profoundly transformative. Becoming a cow was a way of embracing my body in ways I hadn't before. I'm a big woman, a little clumsy, and not exactly spatially aware. Being a cow felt like a chance to experience my body as a big, lumbering beast, letting go of stress and responsibility for a while and letting my instincts guide me. My partner needed very little encouragement when I mentioned Hucow play. I was thrilled they were just as eager to explore this world and help mold my cow identity. We quickly began discussing the types of play they wanted to try with their new pet. And even my wildest fantasies couldn't match their excitement about building this new dynamic together. At first, I found very little information about Hucow play beyond a few anecdotes online. Most of what I found centered around forced lactation play, which didn't interest us. Since that didn't resonate, we got creative and came up with the idea of a wannabe milking cow whose udders didn't work. A cow that desperately wanted to be a milking cow, but would have to prove her worth in other ways or risk becoming meat. This new spin fit perfectly with our shared love of humiliation play and SM, and the idea of being a useless cow thrilled me in ways I didn't expect. Now, even though we both love the affectionate, nurturing side of Hucow play, and I adore ear scratches and gentle pats on the head, our unique twist felt like a perfect match. With this revelation, my Hucow identity clicked into place and felt absolutely right. As a gift to celebrate this new journey, my partner gave me a new name, Lunabelle. I had officially become their cow. Our first scene was small but impactful. I dressed up in lingerie, as I hadn't yet invested in cow print clothes, and we had a great time exploring our roles and learning how to communicate through moves and body language alone. I discovered exactly how they wanted to treat my useless udders, and by the end, I was a happy cow, with all my real-life obligations blissfully forgotten. Section 2. Discoveries and Challenges in Hucow play. In my early exploration, I thought I had to fit into a specific type of cow, a milking cow, just without the milk. It's the most common type of Hucow after all. But in the following months, I realized that identity felt too confining. I began to see myself as more than just a milkless cow. I could be a working cow, performing tasks and carrying things for my owner. And in the bedroom, I could embody the role of a sexy breeding cow that all the bulls would want. Realizing that I didn't have to stick to just one role opened up new layers of play and freedom to explore my whole Hucow identity. When it came to playtime, my partner and I spent a lot of time practicing body language and vocalizations so we'd understand each other easily. More for their understanding since I wasn't allowed to use human speech. Getting this down was important so that I could fully relax into the character and be their cow without breaking character. We also brainstormed different safe words that would feel natural within the scene. Since I tend to stamp my foot while processing pain, we ruled that out as a safe word to avoid confusion during intense scenes. Instead, we decided I'd give 3 sharp moves if I needed to communicate discomfort or a need to pause. We also experimented with terms of endearment and names that would fit the different types of scenes we wanted to explore. While Lunabelle was perfect for most situations, edgier scenes called for names with a little more bite. In those moments, terms like fat heifer and stupid cow became a playful way to incorporate some humiliation into the dynamic. Of course, everyone should decide what language they're comfortable with, but for us, this language added to the experience. When it came to my partner's title, they were still figuring out what felt right. Handler works fine. But depending on the scene, they've played with a few others like farmer, rancher, cowboy, and even butcher. Titles can bring a lot of fun to Hucow play, so if you're experimenting yourself, there are plenty of options to consider. Section 3. Putting on my Lunabelle costume. The next step in bringing Lunabelle to life was figuring out what she looked like. Sure, she's me, but she's cow me. So I started hunting for cow print clothing in my size, which proved to be quite challenging. My first purchase was a Halloween costume that was supposed to be a sexy cow. It didn't fit well, but it did come with a headband with ears and a little tail I could pin on the back of any outfit. You have to get a bit creative when you're looking for Hucow gear. Take inspiration from pieces that already look great on you and find versions of cow print patterns. If cow print is hard to come by, leather can be a great alternative with a similar vibe. Slowly, I began assembling Lunabelle's wardrobe. I found some cow print gardening sleeves, and from there I added more bits and pieces. I hand sewed a circle skirt, found a few cow print bikini tops, and selected my very first cowbell. My collection now includes tights, thigh-high socks, Mary Jane shoes, and cute undies. I style my hair in little space buns, and my makeup is over-the-top cartoonish with bright red lips and rosy cheeks, complete with freckles. But the costume alone didn't quite feel enough to me. I wanted my body to feel more cow-like, too. Cows' nipples, or teats, are usually big and pronounced, but mine are naturally relatively flat. So I started experimenting with nipple suckers, inverted nipple cups, and even thin vet wrap, which I could wear under clothing to give a fuller look. Recently, I got an electric nipple pump, which provides me with a milking machine experience, although much gentler, I imagine. And it's a fantastic feeling, and after daily training for some years now, my nipples can stand out on their own and are getting longer and fatter, and also I'll have cow's teats in no time. In terms of body modifications, I dream of getting a septum piercing and possibly an ear cartilage piercing to attach a cow tag. I've even thought about a tattoo or faux branding to permanently mark Lunabelle's identity. My Lunabelle identity isn't complete yet, but it's coming together one piece at a time. Section 4. Exploring Hucow play for yourself. Creating Lunabelle has been a beautiful bovine journey of discovery and playful imagination. But every Hucow has a unique path to finding its cow identity. If you're curious about embodying your inner cow, let me walk you through a few ideas for getting started, from building your cow identity to trying your first scene. Think about what appeals to you about Hucow play. Are you interested in embodying an animal side, exploring submission, or having a playful escape? Understanding your why will help clarify your goals and guide you in building a unique Hucow persona. Then consider what type of cow resonates with you. Do you want to be a milking cow and experiment with forced lactation, or perhaps a mischievous cow that drives all the bulls crazy with desire? You can be any kind of cow you'd like, and each breed brings energy to the experience. You can start building a coutfit that fits your visual style. Simple pieces go a long way. You don't need a whole new wardrobe. Look for animal print accessories, leather pieces, or clothing in earthy tones to set the mood. Little touches like a bell collar or ears headband can help you feel more in character. And once you've developed a feel for your Hucow look, it's time to consider scenes. Start simple. As I did, you might begin by practicing body language, kneeling, nuzzling, mooing to communicate nonverbally. Small gestures will help you relax into the role without needing to speak or act. Next, consider dynamics with a partner. Your partner might be a handler, farmer, or even butcher if you're into more intense play. Talk openly about what you both want to explore, whether that's nurturing and affectionate or more primal. Set up clear signals beforehand if you plan to forego verbal communication during scenes. For example, using 3 sharp moves could act as a safe word, or gentle stopping could mean, I need a break. Finding cues that feel natural help maintain immersion while keeping you safe. Joining a Hucow community can be incredibly rewarding. Online spaces like FetLife offer groups dedicated to Hucow play where you can ask questions, share stories, and get inspiration for scenes and outfits. Many BDSM communities also have pet play groups that welcome Hucows. And if you are fortunate enough to attend a kinky convention, you might be able to attend a class on Hucow play. Remember, Hucow play is about exploring your unique version of this role. Try things at your own pace and don't worry about fitting into any mold. Each Hucow experience is one of a kind. Let your imagination roam and enjoy discovering your inner cow. That's all for today's episode. We hope it gave you something new to reflect on in your own journey of submission. Take a moment to share your favorite moment with us on Instagram, Twitter, or FetLife. We love hearing how these conversations spark growth for you. And of course, a heartfelt thank you to our community on Patreon for supporting this show and helping shape our topics. If you'd like to guide future episodes, get early access, and unlock our library of exclusive education and freebies, head over to patreon.com/subguide and join now. We'd love to welcome you there.